What is going on, guys? Welcome to my biggest video yet. This is going to be a video on, drumroll please, the Fortnite Storyline. So without further ado, let's start. And this is going to be in multiple parts, so this is just part one. Alright, so, starting off, in the first moments of this entire game, started the simulation. I.O., or basically known as I.O., created the simulation. Now this simulation is what we know as Fortnite, and the storm controls this simulation. Now every time the storm resets, it really resets the entire simulation. So the people of Fortnite are stuck in a simulation, and multiple people have been trying to get out of this simulation. So, what happened in this simulation is usually the same. Grab guns, land on the map, in the other order. Land on the map, grab guns, fight until the storm has reset you. But multiple people have tried to get out of this loophole that is Fortnite. Now, there is a nexus point in which the Fortnite world crosses over with the real world. Now, this is what we see during Season 5, World Collides. Now, this is how the Durburger, golf cart, stone temple, and the entire Viking boat got here in the first place. It is by crossover of worlds. Now, this is all controlled by the 0 point, which is connected to the nexus point. The nexus point is the place in between everything, and the thing that controls Kevin the Cube, whom was created during Season 4 due to unexplained events. Now, with all that out of the way, let's explain the Visitor. Now, the Visitor came in a meteorite that struck down on Dusty Divot in Season 4. Now, in Season 4 is obviously when he came, and quickly a dig-up and construction site built around the crater and dug up a small meteorite, which was more the access point of the Visitor. Now, later, during Season 10, you will be able to go inside the meteor and see the capsule which inside held the Visitor. Now, the Visitor is not one to be messed with, and he is accompanied by the Scientist and one other, whom are called the Seven, because there are 7 different people in this group. Now, in this group, of course, consists the 7, but the main ones we'll be focusing on are the Visitor and the Scientist. Now, the Visitor first showed up in Season 4, and he began work on a rocket. That rocket was going to try and break the loophole within worlds. Now, this didn't really go out as the Visitor planned, since it only went through a few Nexus Point rifts which collided the worlds. Now, this is what led to the events of Season 5, in which the worlds collide because the rocket has damaged the Nexus Point and the 0 point's energy has gone down due to this. Now, after this, the Visitor seemingly disappears. There's no sign of the Visitor anywhere. The Visitor has basically vanished. Now, the simulation continues as normal for a very long time until the Scientists arrive. Now, the Scientist is very important in this, but we'll get to him later. Now, a giant iceberg comes Sergeant Winter, Lynx, Zenith, but most importantly, the Ice King. Now, the Ice King has tried and tried again to try and break through the Nexus Point. Now, this person covered the entire island in a sheet of snow. a giant blizzard which took place during Season 7. This giant blanket of snow lasted, making husks appear around the map. These husks will attack you if you get close to their encampments, and if you destroy their encampments, you can get some pretty sweet loot. Now, these encampments were another result of the collisions of worlds. Zombies from Save the World. Now, these might not look like zombies from Save the World, but that's because they went through the Nexus Point. Some things that go through the Nexus Point reveal in somewhat of a deformed manner. Now, this did not work at all, and nothing came out of this. And then, the volcano erupts, and we're met with Season 8. Season 9. Now, Season 9 is based on a futuristic analysis. Now, this futuristic world is, well, it is a futuristic world, as we thought. Now, there is one, who I will just refer to as the one in this. So, as you can see on screen right now, this is the Nexus Point. The point where all worlds collide, where everything happens. Now, this Nexus Point, again, is nothing to be messed with, because it is very dangerous. Someone who attempts to go in here could possibly die upon impact of entering Nexus Point. Now, back to Season 9. So, V1 created a mech and futuristic technology to prepare the island for what was coming next. As in the ice, where the Ice King had taken his refuge, now lie a monster. A giant monster, filled with great capabilities. Now, this monster, again, was giant. Twice the size of anyone. No, not even twice the size. About the size of a large building in Lazy Lake, currently. Now, enough talk about the monster. Let's talk about the monster in the mech. Now, the one created a mech, and that mech was important. Very, very important to this island. It protected it against everything, until the scientist, who built a rocket to try and break the loop between the Nexus Point, the 0 Point, and the real world. They succeeded, but not in the way they wanted to. They created Chapter 2, Season 1, filled with all new things. A new island, new map, new everything. And after they created this, soon the battle bus found its way to this island, and now the loop has restarted. Now it's not just Ego on this island. Now it's Shadow, Ghost, and the normal people on this island. Now Ghost takes on the role of Ego, who are technically the good guys in this. Now, this group consists of people like Lynx, Midas, Agent Peely, Sky, Meowscles, and so on. Now, this group, every single person on Ego has a bad identity that is part of Shadow. Who are the bad people, such as Brutus, Hazard, Scratch, and stuff like that. Now, anyone part of Ego is now part of Ghost. Now, Ghost is very important. This is very important to remember whom and what Ghost is. Now, Ghost is fighting against Shadow in an ultimate battle, and Midas, who is the leader of Ghost, is secretly working by himself to get something that he needs and that he wants, because he is also aware of the world beyond, the Nexus Point, the 0 Point, everything beyond. Yet when his plans fail, he ends up creating the worst of the worst. He does succeed in getting us to the real world, but only 2 times, in a flash. Now, after this happens, he is basically gets karma, instant karma, because after that, the entire island reforms and is now flooded in a giant cone of water. This will lead to the events of Season 3. Season 3 was a flood-based thing, and really nothing happened in Season 3 to be alarmed of. Now, to Season 4. This is the superhero season, where all worlds collide, all realities. Now, this takes place and makes it the NEXUS War. People such as Iron Man, people also such as She-Hulk, and others like her, say Groot, Rocket. We've already seen previous superheroes on this island, so that means that this has taken place multiple times before. We also see people such as Wolverine, Storm, Mystique, and Dr. Doom, all of whom are aware of each other. Now, only some go on to become visible of what they are capable in. Now, the people who have been brainwashed and have no idea what is going on, the people whom are Thor. Those people are Thor, Storm, Groot, and Rocket. The people who are aware are Iron Man, Wolverine, and Dr. Doom. Mystique is also unaware of anything that she is in, yet she is not too important. Now, NEXUS War. NEXUS War was the greatest, most insane battle to happen in Fortnite history. Now, when this happened in Fortnite history, it was very tragic, yet they were able to beat Galactus, but the 0 point had been exposed. So Agent John Jones had to head in and try and save the island, but not for the sake that you'd think he'd want to save the island for. The sake of the island, because he needed to stop people from escaping the loop of the 0 point. Now, one person that you can talk to in the island now is Mr. No more than Bunker Jonesy. Now, Bunker Jonesy gives you some really big clues. So if you want to go over and talk to him, then feel free. Well, I think I'm going to have to end this video here. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. Have a good day. I'll see you next time. Peace out. Stay sick.